This whole playlist is a bunch of videos that Omega and I took in 2013 at Mondo Baltimore, a great film festival that we attended for PME. I really don't want to go into anything about PME in this video. Everything that you could possibly want to know is already online. So anytime PME comes up in these videos, just remember this dramatization of what it was like to work there.
Why have you done this to me? Why? Now I must destroy you.
There can be no forgiveness.
Anyway, we did the videos and sent them in, but to my knowledge they're not online anywhere, so here they are. Online and being ignored by everyone is not you. I am here with the director of the Taint, Mr. Drew Baldoc. If that is your real name.
Yeah.
So, we have just tonight watched your fine film, The Taint, which I did a review of, by the way. You can check it out online. So, where did you get the idea for this film, for the good people of Project Million Entertainment?
It was, I guess it's supposed to be a parody of misogynistic horror movies, basically. And I wanted to make a movie set on James River, which is near where I live. I wanted to shoot out near the river. And I wanted to make a horror movie too, so I sort of put everything together.
Well, worse horror movies have been made for better reasons.
Yeah, definitely.
Those sections of it did appear to be like the men's rights section on Reddit made celluloid flesh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was quite beautiful. You played both two characters, Philo, Ginny, and Drew. Was Drew named after yourself, or was that just a coincidence?
Yeah, it was named after myself, yeah.
So how did you get involved with Trauma?
We shared their festival at Trauma Dance. It was a couple of years ago now. And they liked it, they saw it there, and then I just talked to them for a really long time.
Returned to class on Nuke High.
Yeah.
Was that because was Lloyd just very impressed with your special effects work, or did he owe you drug money?
Yeah, they just asked if they wanted to work on it, and we kind of didn't really want to do it for a while, but then eventually I was just like, I guess we can do it. I guess we can go take care of it. But I mean, I'm glad we did it because there's a lot of effects stuff that we had never done before that I wanted to work on, and they sort of let us sort of figure stuff out for their movie. It was good.
The special effects, the mixture that you have. Okay, for me, before I saw The Taint, the high mark of violent special effects and gory, silly movies was Deadline Rain Day. The mixture of actors going to special effects, with a jump cut that was hard to detect, was perfect. But then you came along and you basically did the same sort of thing, but you added CGI to it as well, making the exact point where an actor is replaced by like a prosthetic or whatever almost impossible to detect. I think to say, amazing.
Yeah. I mean, that was Dan Nelson, who's the co-director, ultimately did that stuff and figured out how to do it. And basically, we figured out as you went along. It wasn't the original plan. He was just like, well, I can try to do this, and then the first time we did a head crush, then it worked really well. And then it was just like, oh, okay, well, how many more heads can we crush? How many more do.
In that particular way.
So it sort of grew as the movie went. It was like an organic thing. It wasn't just, we knew exactly what we were doing the whole time.
It's one of the most striking things about the film. You're currently working on Science Team, this new film. When is that going to shoot?
In June, we're starting in June.
And can you give anything away, or are you going to stick with the couple of teaser videos that are online right now?
I mean, the main plot is, this is the main character. He's just a fuck up, and he goes back home to live with his mom, and he finds his mom has been brutally murdered in her home, and there's a psychic alien living in the house, and so he calls the police, and then this organization called Science Team shows up, which is like the Homeland Security for alien-related stuff, and then a bunch of people die horribly.
It sounds like we have the new Citizen Kane in the making. Actually, to go back to the Taint for a second, have you ever considered doing a companion piece to it, like a female version of it?
I thought about it, yeah.
That would be maybe the greatest double-sided venture since Richard Chamberlain's Alan Quatermain movies.
Well, I came up with another movie that's not going to happen. I actually pitched it as drama, and they turned it down. But it's called The Abortionist. And it's a British period piece that's set in present day America, and it's basically a king's speech, but it's the abortionist instead of the king's speech. And basically, no one don't steal this idea, please, whoever's watching this. So basically, it's about this guy. He's British. It's a British period piece because that's all British filmmakers make. It's a fucking period pieces. Can they not? Whatever. So it's stuffy British people, and he's the greatest abortionist in all of England. He aborts all of the socialites and all the greatest.
Sir Clive, I need you to reach up inside me.
Okay, yeah, and so the movie starts as aborting all these women, and it's brutal. The abortions are brutal, and so then his wife, who gets pregnant, he has to abort his wife, right, her baby, and he botches the abortion. And the baby is born, and he fucks up. He's like, oh God, how can I be the greatest abortionist if I can't even abort my own son? So he like spirals into a deep depression. He's on drugs, he's fucked up. And then he starts developing a relationship with his unaborted son, who's just like a freak. And so through building a relationship with his unaborted son, he realizes, oh wait, his unaborted son actually is like, well, in order to work through this psychic trauma that you had, like what happens in the King's Speech, you have to abort me. So he has to murder his unborn son, and then he regains his confidence, and then he performs like 4 abortions at once, and
that sounds like a much better version of Hanger, which is this movie that actually Lloyd appeared in. It's
I never saw it.
It's similar-ish. You've got your version's much better.
Everyone's talking in British accents the whole time. They're very stuffy. They're all repressing their emotions, and they're wearing weird clothing that people don't wear anymore.
I want to see this movie. Please make it.
I mean, I tried to. They were like, I don't know. This is worse than the Taint. This is not. I don't will buy this.
You should do it as a, do it without trauma.
Yeah.
If you get the money together somehow, please make that.
This is a no budget thing, but yeah, I do want to do it.
Now, what was the inspiration for Science Team?
I think I was watching Ultraman, the original Ultraman, and there's an episode it's early on where there's like this entire alien species comes to Earth, and they're causing some kind of problem, and it's like the entire species is on the spaceship, and they just completely destroy the entire space. They commit complete genocide, basically. So it's like this whole team called Science Patrol, and they never do any kind of scientific thing ever. They're not scientists. They just commit acts of violence and horrible things. And there's something very nationalistic about the whole thing. Like, you know, like aliens, kill them, they're bad. So something like that, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah. But Science Team came from Science Patrol.
Interesting. But, well, I've held you for long enough, so thank you very much, Drew. And,
Thank you for
thanks for being much more entertaining than I am.